All right, good morning everybody. So day 5, I am solo today. So this will be my first attempt trying to film solo. See how it goes. I'm making no promises, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for a hike today. I'm gonna get down, kind of like what I talked about last night. Go back down to where me and Levi and Ace hiked back right before Shelby shot his deer a couple days ago. This kind of dumps down into some like big sagebrush flats, but we were seeing deer everywhere down there. So I'm gonna get down there. I got a knob picked out that I want to get to, and I'm gonna sit there and just start glassing. I've already kicked up a couple deer coming in, no bucks, just a bunch of does, but we'll see. There was a bunch of bucks down here the other day, so hopefully they're still here. Found this cool little trail last night when I was kind of just walking back. And all it is a big cow trail, but it's super easy to walk in. So the other night, so that's kind of weird. This is BLM land, but it's still part of the BMA type 2 that we got access to. So the ranch hand the other night was telling us just over this little ridge there's a pond. He was saying there was a big buck in there right at night. So I think I'm gonna get up here and peek over. Oops, sorry guys. Peek over and take a look down at that too before I get to the spot I was planning on going. Alright, so I was just about to that water hole. There's a doe. There's actually a couple deer, so I'm gonna see if there's a buck with them or not. It's that time of year where there definitely could be. Actually, I think that's a little buck. Yeah. Not a shooter. So just got to my glassing spot. It took me a little bit longer because as I was coming in, there's a bunch of different little canyons that run down into that little pond. So I stopped and looked down there. I think one other doe is all I saw, but I got a ton of area to sit here and glass. So I'm gonna sit here, drink my Rockstar. It's one of my favorite things to do. Get out to an awesome glassing point, drink a Rockstar, and glass. So hopefully I'll start picking apart and seeing some animals here. We saw a lot the other day, so I don't know if the weather, because the weather's changed. It's a lot warmer than the first couple days, and they were out all day long. Yesterday, well, it started out bad and just kind of continued to stay that way, but hopefully they'll be moving today. So I'll keep you updated when I start seeing some stuff. Alright guys, so I've been out here a little bit. Definitely picking up animals. Nothing too close. I had a couple does down here, maybe 400, 500 yards away. No buck with them though, so the only buck I've seen so far was about 3 miles away, and he wasn't worth going 3 miles for. So, still a lot of land to pick over. There's so much topography through here that you wait 5 minutes and something pops up out of somewhere. So, it's a good morning. Animals are out moving around. That buck way out there went to a water hole. So, yeah, animals are out moving, so that's a good sign. Okay, so on second thought, I just got a better look at that buck, and he might be a buck that you put a couple miles to go on after. So I can kind of dump down in this draw and make some pretty good speed, I think. I can get over to where I'm going to be able to see him a lot better, probably pretty quick, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to dump down. Hopefully, the only thing I'm worried about is bumping deer I don't see, and then spooking him out, and then he's gone, because I'm not going to be able to see him for a little while. But I think it's worth it. It's early, so if that doesn't work out, that's fine. I'll just sit down and continue to glass, but I think I'm gonna head over there. This one might need to call reinforcements though if I get it, because he's back there a little ways. Alright, so I just started taking a look around, see what else was around here, and let's see if I can find him in the camera. Let's see here. Okay, 1, 2. He should be. There we go. Picked up a couple bucks. Right over. Jesus, sorry guys. I'm trying to do this solo today. Bad. So it looks like it's just a 3x and then a pretty big forked horn, but there could be their dad right around that side. So I think I'm just gonna hang tight right here. I got that bigger 3x with the eye guards off to my right. We got these guys out ahead of me, and I just have only been sitting here for about 5 minutes, so I think I'm gonna hang tight and see what else is out here. Alright guys, there you can see that buck a little bit better now. I'm really having that internal struggle right now, if I go for it or not. He's in a super stalkable spot, but he's just not quite as big as what I was hoping for. But I've been sitting here watching him for a long time, so I don't know. It's still early, and we still got all day, so I'm just gonna keep tabs on him, I think. I don't know. Right now he's only about 900 yards away, so I don't know. It's one of those tough ones, right? Because it's kind of a cool scenario, but not quite what I was hoping for. So we'll see. I think I'm gonna just keep tabs on him for right now. Alright, so those two deer moved off. I think I might move to a better vantage point. I haven't moved just because they were bedded down, and if I would start moving they would have jumped up. So I wanted to see if there's another one with them or not, and it doesn't look like there is. So it looks like there's a little bit of movement going on right now. It's about 10:30, so mid-morning snack maybe. I don't know. There's a bunch of deer out moving around, so I think I'm gonna get to a spot where I can see a little bit better and see if I can't pick up some more. Alright, so we're at the time of the day that's the hardest for me. I can sit, especially when there's lots of deer up moving around, but it's about that 11:30, noon o'clock right now lull. And I've looked at the same group, or groups of deer that are out feeding about 32 times. And Those are the only deer that I can see right now. I do have that buck from this morning bedded down about 1,100 yards from me right now. It stood back up, so I got to see where it was, and I watched him bed. But I mean, he's in a spot where when I watched him bed, I could barely make out his antlers, and I got a couple marks over there where I know where he is, but I can't find his antlers again. I know he's over there, just he's bedded down, so I'll be able to see him pretty good once he stands back up. It's just hard for me to sit. I just want to get up and move, but I know that's not the smart thing to do. So hopefully Slick's doing good. He's over in Idaho right now, and I know they were supposed to get some weather, but then it sounded like it was the weather was getting better. But I don't know if he has service or not. I haven't heard from him, so I hope they're getting after it. I hope they're doing good. I know they're supposed to have a boat this time that they can cruise up and down the river, so that'd be cool. That'd be a lot of fun. So I texted Levi. It doesn't sound like they got their does yet this morning, but they went for their does today because Jake has to leave tomorrow. So it sounded like this afternoon they went back to pack him up, so he'll be ready to roll in the morning. So that's the update. I'm playing that internal fight with myself of just sitting. It's really hard for me to do. Alright guys, so it's a little afternoon. No, actually it's way afternoon. It's almost 2, I think. I don't even know what time it is. That was way off. It's 1:30. So I got that buck, that little 3x that was up on the little knoll up there. He's feeding down in the sagebrush right now. So I'm going to take a better look at him. I told myself when I came to Montana I wanted to shoot a mature deer, so I've been pretty picky. But he's about 500 yards away, so I'm going to give him a look. Okay guys, so I looked over that deer. I'm going to pass on him. The forky's width is actually bigger than he is. It's actually a pretty decent sized forky, so I think I've seen every deer in this basin, and I think I'm gonna move. It looks like the afternoon feeding starting. There's deer up feeding again. No new bucks, so there's a lot of bucks in here. They're just nothing real big. So I do have that guy off to my right, but he bedded down pretty early, and I haven't seen him come up or feed or move or go to the bathroom, so I don't know. He kind of bedded down just on the other side of a little ridge, so I don't know if he's gone or what, but even he wasn't something to write home about. So I think I'm gonna move. I'm gonna go over the ridge and start glassing the other basin over there and see if there's any other deer moving over there. And I'm sure there are, so go over there and get a new stock and see what's going on over there. Alright, I just got to my glassing spot. I kind of see off behind me, there's a big watering hole back here with some kind of thicker juniper hills, and then out in front of me is more just kind of sage and stuff. So I think I'm gonna sit down right here and have my lunch and just glass for a little bit. Hopefully something wants to play. Alright, so I've only been glassing a couple minutes, and probably about, I don't know, a mile and a half away or so I found a bachelor group. It has a nice 4 in it. Problem is, if I'm gonna get there, I need to start moving pretty soon, which isn't a big deal, but there's something over there that they don't like. They keep on looking down in this draw that they're bedding next to, and they're kind of high on high alert. So I might watch them for a little bit, come with a game plan. I just don't want to get going and then have them bust out because of something coming through the draw or something. So I might sit here and watch them for a little bit, maybe look around a little bit more and come up with a game plan. There's also, like I said, there's a big water hole back here. Apparently the other night there was a really nice buck in there, so I don't know, it's a tough decision. Go for the ones that you can see or wait for the ones that are right here. This one's gonna be a pretty tough, there's some pretty steep canyons that I'm gonna have to get through, and I don't have a whole lot of time. So it's in the same area that we saw some deer 2 days ago. So the smart play might be to watch them, and then in the morning, obviously that's where they like to go, so maybe make a game plan to go back there. I don't know, we'll see. All right, so I made up my mind. I'm gonna go sit up above the little lake out here. I just don't think I have enough time to go over there. It's a little after 3 with this cloud cover. It's probably gonna be dark around 4:30, which means I have to book it over there because I hate shooting things right at dark. Too many bad things happen that way. So, and I don't know what type of terrain I'm gonna hit once I get over there because I've never been over there. So I think the smart play for tonight is to just go sit up above the lake here and just see if something comes in. So, and there's a bunch of area I can still glass over there. So I'm gonna pick up and move over there, and that's where I'll be for the rest of the evening. So hopefully there'll be a continuation of this, and that's me shooting a buck. All right, so I literally just left. That's just a doe, but I'm getting set up just in case there's a buck with her. All right, well, it was bucks, just not shooters. They were small. They were little spikes and forked horns, at least the ones I could see. So I will push on and go get back up to my spot. Hold on. Looks like there was actually a pretty decent buck. I'm assuming with that group that just skylined and went over that ridge over there. I just don't know which way they're gonna go. I didn't get a really good look at him. He was behind the juniper and then down, but he looked like he was outside his ears, so definitely see if I can get back on him real quick. Okay, so I think I'm gonna make a mad scramble up to the top of this ridge where they went over, and kind of was at a point where I think I got over left or right. I checked left. It's thick, but I didn't pick anything out through the tree, so they might have gone over to the right. So I'm gonna make a mad scramble, see if I can get back on them. If not, I'm gonna run back down and come back up here to the water hole. Slow it down, I'm almost at the top. I went a little too fast, I think. Gotta catch my breath. so instead of going up and over after him, I worked the ridgeline I was on around. So I'm guessing it's like a bowl right there where they went over. I'm guessing he stayed in that bowl and didn't come over, but I think I'm just gonna sit here and glass for the rest of the night. So I sat down for all of maybe a minute. There's a good buck over here. Forkador. Yeah. 4x4. Thick, dark. Exactly what I'm looking for. I've already cut the distance by a lot. He was at 900. Oh! I think I just smoked him. I think he just dropped instantly. I would have to go over there and then maybe call for some reinforcements. But it looked like he just dropped. Maybe I'll watch it in the video. All right, guys, so I just watched that video and it, geez, I'm not even hooked up. It definitely looks like he done. So I'm gonna shoot over there. I'm losing daylight. I just called for reinforcements. They're working on a couple does and then they're gonna come help me. So I still gotta get over there. It was about a 450 yard shot, so I got a little bit. Well, guys, starting to get a little worried there. It's taking me a little bit to find it because I couldn't remember, or once we got in here, all the ridges looked exactly the same. But there he is. He literally didn't go anywhere. Nice. I will take it. All right, well, we're losing daylight, so gotta get him set up, snap a couple pics, and then I gotta get cutting.
Finishing the pack out. Freaking young legs beat everybody back to the truck while carrying a quarter. And his old man's breathing hard. Not because I'm fat or out of shape, just because it was a big hike.
All right, guys. So that concludes day 5. We all got our bucks now. Jake is leaving in the morning, and the crew really came through to help me out. They came down in the dark. I dropped a waypoint where I was. They came down, and everybody did their fair share, if not more. So I can't appreciate, or I can't thank them enough. It was awesome. It was a fun hunt for me. I had a blast. So I think we have a couple doe tags left that we're gonna try to fill, and then that will be it for Montana. So I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw, and maybe you guys will get to see a couple does too. So we'll see. Okay guys, so that is officially the conclusion to our Montana trip. You know, I was sitting last night around the campfire thinking about just the trip that we've just been on, and you know, every trip I have, I kind of have a preconceived idea of what I want it to be like, and this one was exactly what I wanted it to be. It was awesome. You know, I got to be involved and film, you know, a young man, his first buck that he's ever taken, in crazy weather conditions. I got to see, you know, his dad's reaction and his reaction when it all came together. I was fortunate enough to capture that on camera, which I thought was really cool. That was my #1 goal coming on this trip. And we had an experienced hunter who was able to put all the lessons learned, things that we talked about on the trip over here, conversations we had on the hillside together, you know, about locating a deer, coming up with a game plan, and executing that game plan, and he did that all on his own, which I thought was awesome. He located his buck, he put the stock on his buck, and he was able to harvest his own deer, and which was awesome. It was really cool. I got to be a part of, you know, one of my best friends harvests, and you know, that in its own right was really cool. I got to be part of another guy in our group. He shot a couple deer, but nothing really of significant size, and I got to be there when he shot his buck, his biggest buck he's ever taken, you know. And all these things are what I wanted to do when we started putting this trip together. I wanted to be there for all of it, and for some reason it played out, and I was able to be there for most of it. And then, you know, just the icing on the cake, which wasn't a huge deal to me, but I was able to go out on my own and harvest the biggest buck I've ever taken. So, you know, this trip was awesome. It's one I'll remember for a really, really long time. And, you know, I just thank Levi for inviting me on the trip, although he'll say that I invited myself, which is partly true. But at the end of the day, I'm glad I invited myself, because this trip was cool. It's my first trip to Montana. like most of you guys out there, if you haven't hunted Montana, it's probably one of your bucket list things, which it was mine, and I was able to at least check that one off this year. So I couldn't ask for a better hunt. It was an awesome experience, and you know, I hope that I'll be able to come back and do it sometime soon again. So I appreciate you guys following along and watching. Oh, somebody just shot something. You know, if you like what you're seeing, you know, hit the like, hit the subscribe, you know, leave some comments, let us know what you like, what you don't like. You know, we're still learning. Like we said, this is the beginning. Hopefully this is a series that's going to continue for a while for us. It's been a lot of fun. Slick's still in Idaho, so we're not completely finished yet, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy what you're seeing, and will start following us. So I appreciate it. Thanks guys, and we'll see you soon.